Hello YouTube. Welcome back or welcome to my channel, Justice Jupiter, for another tarot pick a card reading. Today we're going to be channeling a message from your ancestor. So we're coming up to the time I'm shooting. It'll be Halloween when I post this video, and the Day of the Dead, and the veil is the thinnest right then and there. So I felt called to do this reading to see what would come forth from your ancestors and what they would like you to know. So we're going to channel the 4 different layers that I always typically like to do. The first layer is going to be your current energy. This helps you tap into the group, that you made it to the right group. The next row is going to be your ancestor's energy. So the ancestor that came forth for the read, what's their energy? This will help you kind of tap into them as well, like their energy. You know, this should be able to label you on who came forth. Duh. Sorry. And then the third aspect is going to be how they impacted your life. Like, what impact did they have on you? So we're going to kind of really see that, and that should really resonate as well. And then the last aspect is going to be essentially what your ancestor wants you to know. So that's really going to be open book, and what comes forth from them, and you know what they need you to hear at this present time for your greatest good, whatever that should be. All right, I'm not going to control this read at all. Those are the questions I'm going to ask, and I'm going to read the energies that are brought forth. And yeah, so I hope I get some, you know, some really good messages. I'm hoping for the best, but I have no control over what gets popped, so I surrender that. All right, my dear, so we have the 3 groups like I normally like to do. We have group 1 with the Cat Tarot and the Tiger's Eye Crystal. That'll be group 1. Group 2 will be the Druid Craft Tarot with the Raw Carnelian Crystal. That'll be group number 2. Group number 3 will be the Classical Tarot, or it's the Tarot Classic with the Healer's Gold Crystal. That'll be group 3. So go ahead and meditate over your pile, see which one calls to you, and we'll see you at your read. And if you get called to multiple piles, there very well could be multiple ancestors trying to come through to you. So definitely, you know, just use your intuition. All right, my dears collective, and I will see you at your read. Bye. Hello, my dear group number 1s. If you chose the Cat Tarot with the Tiger's Eye Crystal, this will be your read, and welcome. So let's see what your ancestor has in store for you, or wants to come forth for you. So I'll place your crystal to the side, and we're going to slide your tarot to the side, because we're going to start it off first with an energy oracle to tap you into your current energy, to know that you made it to the right read. So we're going to call forth our precious, most beloved to our hearts, Archangel Michael. Please come down and protect myself and group 1 as we go to the highest light for spiritual guidance, please, and thank you. Then we're going to call upon our angels, our ancestors of the highest light, for a message for our dearest collective of group number 1. What do you need to tell them for their greatest good? So we're first going to tap me into spirit. Please tap me into the collective of group 1's current energy. I don't want to get too ahead of myself first. So let's go first with your current energy, my dear collective, to know that you made it to the right read. All right. I really hope this helps. Okay, so let's get you your service level energy, please, and thank you, group 1. Group 1's current energy, please, and thank you. What is group 1's current energy? What is group 1's current energy, please? 1 card for group 1. 1 card for group 1. 1 card, please. It wanted to pop, but it didn't lay all the way. Current energy of group 1. Come on, group 1. Don't be shy. Current energy, please, spirit. There we go. The Thinking Woman with the Door to Romance on the back. Oh, the Thinking Woman. Just being stuck in your head, trying to make sense of everything. Because if you can make it make sense, then it's all right. You know? It's got to be logical. It's got to be logical. It's a very skeptic energy, the Thinking Woman. Definitely trying to think the situation using your mental intellect versus your intuition, and needing to listen to your intuition. Okay. Let's go. 3 cards for group 1's current energy, spirit. Can I please get group 1's current energy? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Current energy of group 1, please. Ooh, 10 of Wands, heavily burdened. 2 more, please, for my group ones. 2 more for my group ones, please. Ace of Wands, divine inspiration. 1 more, please, for my group ones. One more, please. 1 more, please, for my group one's current energy. This is sure taking a long time. How many is that? It's 2. Spirit says take them. Okay, the Empress with the Emperor. And the Empress, and then you have the Emperor here in reverse, which those are divine counterparts, but obviously we got a blocked Empress here that that will not be able to be with this Emperor. All right, so group number 1, you're definitely trying to make sense of a situation with that thinking woman. You're trying to really, you're using your mental intellect to try to like I have the word, I can't spit it out. Oh fuck, when you like mentalize, whatever. I can't say that in between of that. I feel so freaking silly. Compartmentalize, whatever. Trying to put shit in boxes so you can understand it. You know, compartmentalize. Bam, shit balls. All right, so that's the energy you're trying to do, because you're heavily burdened with the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is heavily burdened, but you're tired of being in this burden. Like, you're ready for divine inspiration. It feels like this feels like this is a long time coming. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you're getting your mojo back in some regard. With the Empress in reverse, this is just feeling really like bummed out, you know what I mean? Like really overwhelmed in the money, you know, not money, excuse me, it might be, but really burnt out in the work and the home life, like just feeling very overwhelmed and like not able to like accomplish all the tasks at hand, and or you're feeling like you're constantly needing to chase for everything you want to feel fulfilled, you know what I mean? Like nothing comes easy to you, you know what I mean? Like you're always having to scrap and get by for what you want. But the Emperor, that's all about like the divine masculine of things. So I don't know if I need to clarify this Emperor card, because that's really odd that you'd show up as your own divine counterpart. But it's like, you don't want to like give up on maybe a person in your life. This is your current energy, so this came out where it is. It feels like you're taking energy and you're taking matters into your own hands. Because again, I feel like that's what it is. It's not necessarily another person, take it where it resonates, but it feels like you're tired of feeling this and you're ready to fucking like step into your power, and you're really just trying to think and logically and all that stuff. And why I think it might be a person is because you have the door to romance right here on the back. So that's your current energy, right? That you're just constantly chasing this masculine around. You know, and it's bringing you heavy burdens, but I think you're ready to get out from underneath these burdens. It really feels like, yes, with the strength right there. Yep, to really see things from, you know, fucking between the lines. All right, so that's your current energy. Let's not read too much further into that. That's how you tap in with this read. Or you could be cross-watching, and that's how somebody you right know close to you feels. Take it where it resonates. So now we're going to get your ancestor. All right, so that's you. So now we're going to get your ancestor and who wants to come forth in their energy. So you can kind of try to not figure out, but you know who this person is. Can I please get the ancestor of group number 1? Can I please get the ancestor of group number 1? Can I please get the ancestor of group number 1? It really feels like the Empress and the Emperor are you, though, to be honest with it. You know, could be. Take it where it resonates. Ready to take action in your life. You're tired of the burdens. The ancestor that wants to come through for group number 1, please. Can I get their energy oracle? The energy oracle of group number 1's ancestor. Please and thank you. Group number 1's ancestor. Please and thank you. Group 1's ancestor. Ancestor group 1, please. This is taking a long time. Action number 17 on the back temple path. Okay, so this ancestor here, so I'm drawn to the 47 and the 17. That's divisible by 30, right? So 30 can be significant to you. You know, you could have known this person really, no, it's your ancestor, you've known them probably your whole fucking life, but the 30s, you're maybe, if they were in their 30s, or if you were in your 30s, was significant to you. But there's a divisible by 30 there, that stands out to me for someone. That'll stand out for someone. 30. Okay. So this is the current energy of your ancestor. Your ancestor is all about action. Let's see here. This seems like a very fun-loving ancestor. Like this energy feels like it's like on the move. Like, I don't know, it's awesome. Let's see here. What's their energy? Can I get the energy of Group 1's ancestor? Can I please get the energy of Group 1's ancestor to help Group 1? What's the energy of Group 1's ancestor that comes forth for Group 1? Can I please get 3 cards for Group 1's ancestor? Group 1's ancestor, please and thank you. Okay, King of Cups, the 3 of Swords. One more, please, for Group 1's ancestor. Group 1's ancestor, please. Group 1's ancestor. Group 1's ancestor, please. Ooh. The 7 of Wands in reverse with the Fool in reverse. So this is the energy of your ancestor. Okay. So then the King of Cups doesn't have to be gender exclusive to a masculine, but take it where it resonates. And as I flip it over, the moon's on the back, which is the feminine. So you could very well have a, it really almost feels like, even though it's a King of Cups, it truly feels like a feminine energy that's coming forth here. I'm feeling a feminine energy that, it feels like they have some regrets for the way that their life went down, for the way they shook down, right? So let me dial this back here. 17, this person was a fun-loving person. This person feels like they never really had a dull moment in their life. But they're, with the King of Cups, that's having emotional maturity, right? Like, being really balanced in your emotions and your head. But the 3 of Swords here, though, it feels like possibly your ancestor was with a masculine that really broke their heart, right? And it really maybe pushed them to do things that were out of character for them, especially with that the end of the Empress card there, right? Out of character. But I feel like this ancestor, whoever you had, I feel like they have some regrets possibly with the way that the things went down between the two of you. Maybe take that where it resonates. But what I feel like with the Fool in reverse, it feels like this ancestor feels like they kind of like wasted too much time possibly on someone, and they really would have just like lived their life more to the fullest. There's something of that, like the regret, you know what I mean, that they'd stayed like trapped in a situation for too long, and their spirit just wanted to fly and wanted to soar, and they were brokenhearted over a situation, and it almost feels like this person's like wanting to be forgiven, and almost feels like this person, it feels like this ancestor like making excuses for maybe what they've done something in the past. With the Fool in reverse, it's not having like the balls to take the fucking leap of faith, and especially underneath this Emperor here, you know what I mean, to like maybe get away from this King of Cups that, you know, they invested so much in this again, this energy feels like it was oppressed for some time. It really does. And I think it's really seeking, it's wanting like your forgiveness or something to that regard with this 3 of Swords here and the 7 of Wands, right? They're just coming through like, I didn't have the balls to take this leap of faith beginning, and let's go further with it. But that's the energy of your ancestor. It's almost like they regret not living their life to the fullest. Like it broke their heart. There's something there for that. And they regret certain things. With the 7 of Wands in reverse, this tells me that they acted impetuously on something. But I feel like whoever this King of Cups was broke their heart, and that's why they did whatever they did. And they wish they would have taken a leap of faith in their life a lot sooner, and they wouldn't have felt that broken heart so long, because their soul was like wanting to run free the whole time and find its temple path. And it feels like it didn't. It definitely feels like it didn't, and it regrets it. All right, so let's go further. Okay, so that's the energy of your ancestor. It really feels like this person's asking for forgiveness. It does. Masculine or feminine, take that King of Cups as it resonates. But yeah, this person, however they acted impetuously, like that they regret, they had their reasons with that Three of Swords. Like, this person was heartbroken, you know? And it seems like they invested a lot of time, and they wish they wouldn't have, and they wish they would have just had the balls to take that leap of faith away from this emperor, perhaps. An emperor in your life, because that was your current energy, not you, collective, but, you know, the emperor in their life. Whatever. Take that where it resonates. It fell out where it fell out. Okay. So this is how they impacted your life. This is how can I get one wisdom oracle on how Group 1's ancestor impacted Group 1? What was the impact? What would really resonate with Group 1 on how this ancestor impacted Group 1? What was the impact on their life? What was the impact on life? What was the impact on Group 1's life? The ancestor had on Group 1's life. What was the impact? All that glitters isn't gold in reverse. Oh, wow. I really want to read that. I've never seen it come out in reverse. Card number 16. Okay. So this is how they impacted your life, group number 1. Okay. Protection message. This is a signal to walk away from what you're contemplating. There is a thin veneer of glitter and sparkle that masks something rotten underneath. Pursuing it will only bring out a difficult situation you will be sorry you got yourself into. Stay away. Isn't it wonderful how spirit protects you? Better things await. So essentially, they impacted you because you saw whatever this ancestor was going through, and it feels like you learned from their mistake. There's something to that regard where you've learned from this person's mistake not to stay in situations perhaps that don't fit you, because all that glitters isn't gold. And aren't you glad you scratched the surface to see, you know, that shit was, you know, something to that regard. So let's go further. This is 3 cards for Group 1's ancestor and how they impacted Group 1's life. Group 1's life. Group 1's life, please. How did they impact Group 1's life? How did Group 1's ancestor impact Group 1's life? 2 of Swords, to make decisions. 2 more, please, on Group 1's ancestor and how they impacted Group 1's life. How did they impact Group 1's life? What's the 7 of Wands? No, 8 of Wands in reverse. 1 more, please, for how did Group 1's ancestor impact Group 1's life? How did they impact Group 1's life, please, and thank you. The World. To close out cycles. Okay. The Magician and the High Priestess with the Emperor and the Empress. Okay. How your ancestor impacted your life, group number 1, is you seen the chain of events that happened in this person's life and the turmoil it caused for like all parties involved. Like, it definitely caused some shit, right? I feel like you are learning that from them with all that glitters. They impacted your life because maybe they put real hurt on you with that 9 of Swords and then the 8 of Wands as you blocked them off. Because maybe you felt like you had to close a chapter with them. But it felt like you definitely learned from this person's mistake, whoever that was, on what they went wrong, and to manifest and use your intuition. I think this person definitely led by example in something, whether you're aware of it or not. So this ancestor, they impacted you because they taught you all that glitters was not gold through their situation, and how not to get tied in your head, and you know, and to like block things that aren't meant for you and complete and close out cycles. To like move on to, you know what I mean, to like chop it up. Can I get one more to like forgive? Can I get one wisdom oracle on what their ancestor wants them to know? What does Group 1's ancestor want them to know? What does Group 1's ancestor want you to know? What do you want Group 1 to know? What does the ancestor want Group 1 to know? All right, so this card came out in reverse, and then it bobbled into upright. Card number 26, happy, happy. This is what your ancestor wants you to know. does your ancestor want you to know? What does group one's ancestor want them to know? How does this ancestor, what do they want the group one to know? What does group one want to know? King of Wands. Death in reverse. One more place for what does group one's ancestor want them to know? What does group one's ancestor want them to know? Group one's ancestor, what does they want them to know? What does Five of Pentacles? Okay. With the Three of Wands in the back. What your ancestor wants you to know, group one, is that you need to choose happiness at the end of the day, no matter what, and stay true to yourself, and definitely don't follow the social norms of everything, what everyone expects of you. You need to stay true to you, because if you do and you stand in your authenticity, that's what anyone can ever do for their soul growth and soul happiness. Your ancestor wants you to be happy, and they want you to learn from their mistakes, whatever they did in the past. They did something that it feels like it was shameful, like, or they're just not proud of it, right? But they know that they could have not, there are certain things that they could have done to circumvent situations, and they want you to learn from those events or whatever, and also to forgive them, because they did what they did because they were brokenhearted. And it perhaps from a King of Cups, that was supposed to be like, you know, their husband. The King of Cups can also really talk about someone who loves but doesn't show it, like she wasn't getting the attention, or this person wasn't getting the attention, or whatever it is. This ancestor, they're brokenhearted, this person, because they weren't getting their soul fed, it really feels like, with that action. And you know, they just wish they would have took the leap of faith a lot sooner, and they hope that you really learned from their past mistakes. And they want you to be happy. They want you to take charge in your life and to stand in your authenticity, to not ever feel trapped by feeling lack, because that is an illusion of your mind. You know, either that, or you have to really let go of, you know, something, and lay something to bed inside yourself to get out of this lack feeling, and really wait, well, it's yours. But honestly, I really take it as they want you to rest assured that you will always be provided for, and that you don't need to have this lack mentality, right? They know that you're going to be happy, and you have ancestors looking out for you to make you happy. So really look out for the guidance that they're trying to give you, you know, especially that Three of Wands just waiting, you know. And I really feel if you talk with your ancestors, work with your ancestors, there's going to be something where they're going to guide you to really get out of ever feeling trapped and stuck and all that, because this Death in reverse does not fit this King of Wands upright. It doesn't. Like, this is going to be an old you once you can get out of that lack, feeling left out in the cold mentality. Because if you're not happy and you feel this Five of Pentacles, and odds are you're going in a direction that your soul does not want you to go. So you need to really introspect on why you feel left out in the cold, or whatever this lack you feel inside yourself, because this over here, this is an old version of the new you, and your ancestor wants you to really know that. So, you know, rest assured, just be patient with, you know, the way universe does things, because it's all in divine timing and whatever it is. And there's something about patience here, and just, you know, patience is all I can really tell you with the Three of fucking Wands. That's all about just fucking waiting for what's right for you. I think they're just trying to make you hold, maybe, you know, to hold on a little bit further or longer on an outcome that you've been really working towards, and not give up so soon. There's just something about you learning from their mistakes and not doing the same, you know, like that's what they really hope. And they really hope for your forgiveness on something, because this is a heavy energy. It felt like a very, you know, somebody who's very sorry for something, to get where it resonates. So that's what they want you to know. They want you to get out of your lack feeling, because you're never alone. You're never left out in the cold. That's an illusion that you have inside yourself, and you need to transform that. And just patiently wait what the universe has for you, because you've never been left out in the cold ever. But you really feel that way. Definitely heavily burdened for sure. So I just think there's something there that you just need to trust that everyone is rooting for you and looking out for you. And there was a big old firework, and now my dog's gonna bark for like 500 evers. All right, so we're going to get some kip on it. I don't know where I was going with the kip, but here's the kip. Shh, Rose. I know, he hates fireworks. That's like his like fucking pet peeve. Damn fireworks. Okay, let's get you some Kipper. What does the Kipper have for my group ones? What does Kipper have for group ones? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Coffin. That's about death, right? I can't get any more ancestral than that. Shit. I please, kids. 2 more. Get a few more kits. I don't know what's going on. Thief, 24. What's going on here? They feel like their time was stolen from them by not taking action to find their happy. They don't want you to make the same mistake. Main female, so that could definitely be synchronistic for you. Yeah, they feel like their life was stolen from them by a house, perhaps. You know what I mean? It feels like this main female, this, you know, could very well be in your life. She feels like her time was stolen. Definitely her time was stolen. And it feels like it was, she has regrets not taking chances, not listening to herself. Show me more, please, Spirit. This definitely is like a matriarch. Show me more. Yeah, distance horizons. That she just didn't take that leap of faith. She didn't trust herself. Any more? Any more kips? Any more kips? She doesn't want you to waste any more time in your life. Any more? Concern, 33, main female on the back. She wants you to get started for sure. For sure. So 30s can really be significant for you. 36, 33. Take those where it resonates. But she definitely felt like her time was stolen from her, and there's so much left undone, and she wished she would have gotten started a lot sooner, that she didn't waste or squander her time here on the planet. Yeah, great fortune on the back there. So, because time is a great fortune, like, you know, very great fortune. So let's go ahead and get you a couple. Let's get you one unconventional conversation with God. Let's see what this may have for you, group number ones. Group number ones, please. You're just worried you're going to waste your life. Can I please get one unconventional conversation? Thank you, sir. Alright. Oh, I like the rocky seas. Are you going to be in a place called fear or in a place called love? Where are you, and where are you coming from as you encounter life? Like where she maybe stayed for reasons of fear, you know, of not feeling like she could do it on her own or do it on their own. And, you know, which caused, you know, chain of events to unfold that, you know, are regretful or whatever. You know, she doesn't want you to stay in places that are of that because you're fear-based. Like she wants you to do what she didn't and take that leap of faith into the unknown and just, you know, spit in the fucking wind and, you know, hell be damned, you know, at least you took action in your life. This person feels like regret for not living their soul purpose. There's just something to that regard, that they squandered it, that it was stolen, that their time was stolen. This person could have had an untimely death and was stolen that way. You know, there's just regret here, and them wanting you to learn from their mistakes. Take it where it resonates. So let's go ahead and pop you some tea leaves. We'll see what tea leaves are synchronistic for you. See if anything comes out. Something that might ring a bell for you, or, you know, help validate this message for you. You just never know. You never know. Okay, we're going to call that there. And that's half the tea leaf pile. Okay, let's get my collective some tea leaves. Okay, a couple more. All right, so hopefully this will help you tie into the read. You right, that's good. All right. Alright, let's get you some tea leaves, my collective. So hopefully these will ring a bell to you. Scales, keep your life in balance. March, bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. Tree, affairs with your family. Precisely, it's definitely ancestral. Dark, woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. Desk, pay attention to your work. Tankard, celebration, fun, enjoyment. Fly, a period of ill health, depression. Vase, secret admirer. Career. Sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. Boot, increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Target, a goal-oriented person. Archway, new opportunities, possibilities, and paths are opening up. Older woman, dealings or relationship with an older woman. Chair empty, someone is leaving your life. Moon, changes in your life. Club, someone is trying to make you do something against your will. Lily, spiritual love. Oh, like lilies are big on like funerals and shit. Like this ancestor I feel is very close to you, and I think they just really, really, more than anything, just don't want you to repeat their mistakes, and to understand them a little bit, I think. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Okay. And to not squander your life away like they did. Something to that regard. That they wish they would have acted a lot sooner. And changed things. Like, it's just regret. We all have regrets. But this ancestor has, like, big regrets. Big regrets. They love you so much. Spiritual love. Seriously. Okay. Let's get you some Archangel Oracles, and I'll let you beautifuls go. I'll let you beautifuls go. Oh my God. Thank you, Spirit. Holy heck. Yeah. 2 more, please. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. 2 more for my Hurricanes, please. Thank you. Alright, so check it out. Hello from heaven, Archangel Azrael. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of your worries and feel their loving blessings. Like, if that isn't confirmation that this is an ancestor read, then I don't know what is. I mean, I hardly ever get that card popped. Angel therapy, Archangel Raphael. Give your cares and worries to us, angels, and allow us to take your burden. So that heavy wands, that heavy 10 of wands energy, that heavy feeling lack, I mean, give it to your angels. Ask your angels for help. Comfort, Archangel Azrael. I am with you in your time of need, helping you heal, or helping your heart to heal. Like, there's just something that your ancestor had done that they really want you to look at, so you can alleviate a lot of turmoil that you may have to experience because you learned from their lesson. So just take it where it resonates. You know what I mean? So that's what I have for you, my dear collective of Group 1 and your ancestor. It definitely feels like a loving female energy. So take that where it resonates, and only you and you will know. Yeah, I just keep repeating myself over and over again. So I hope this resonates. I hope this helps. Throw me a thumbs up if it did. Subscribe if you feel so called. And I will holla at you my next read. Bye. Hello, hello, Group 2. If you chose the Druid Craft Tarot with the Raw Carnelian, this is your read. And we're going to get a message from your ancestor. So we're going to place your crystal right over there and your tarot to the side. So we're going to tap in with your current energy. Then we're going to get your ancestors' energy. And then how they impacted your life. And then what they want you to know. Okay, so we're going to first pop off with your energy, so you know you made it to the right read. All right, so I call upon my dearest, most precious, beloved, my heart, Archangel Michael, will you please come down and protect myself and Group 2 as we go to the highest white light for spiritual guidance, please, and thank you. And then we're going to call upon our ancestors. They don't have to necessarily be a high white light because we're not all angels, but we don't want any preferably no negative ancestors. So we definitely want ancestors of the higher white light, so that way we know that we're getting good advice from good ancestors. So the ancestor that wants to come through for Group 2, please. Can I, Spirit, please get the energy of Group 2. Group 2's current energy, please, and thank you. Group 2's current energy, please. Group 2's current energy, please. Group 2's current energy, please. Financial constraints in reverse with Archangel Raphael, 4th chakra on the back. So that's awesome. That's like, you know, getting out of feeling this lack, you know, dropping it, getting out of it, you know, working at, getting like digging, getting like climbing out of the hole, it feels like. So figuring it out, you know, taking your power back in that regard. So that's good. Can I please get 3 cards for the current energy of group 2? Current energy of group 2. 3 cards, please, for the current energy of group 2. Current energy of group 2, please. 6 of Swords in reverse. Knight of Wands with the Moon. Okay. And on the back, the Prince of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles. So you're feeling you need to get out of, you're like you were in constraints and you're getting out of the hole, right? It definitely feels like some like turbulent seas, you know what I mean? Like you feel like things are just not moving forward. But you have like this passionate drive to you that's like just doesn't, it's a fighter. It doesn't want to give up. It keeps going, you know, it's got like a spark to it. With the Moon, is definitely that's tapping into your lunar self, listening to your intuition, you know, like really paying attention to your feelings, something to that regard. So it's like you're trying to figure things out like that are from behind the scenes, you know what I mean? Like you're doing the shadow work on possibly why you got financially constricted to begin with. And it definitely feels like it's making headway and figuring that out. Okay. So it's got like gumption to get out of feeling like you can't move forward, you know, and you're starting to listen to yourself, it feels like. So can I get the energy oracle of the Ancestor for group 2? The Ancestor for group 2 that's coming through. Can I get their energy, please? Rest and rejuvenation. Well, we all hope our ancestors are resting and rejuvenating, right? But this energy feels very peaceful. Can I get 3 tarot for the Ancestor of group 2? The Ancestor of group 2. Doesn't seem like anything can shake this Ancestor. Seems like a very old, wise energy. 3 more, please. 3 more. Queen of Pentacles in reverse with the Hermit and the Hermit. 1 more for the Queen or the Ancestor of group number 2, please. Ancestor of group number 2, please. 1 more, please. 1 more for the Ancestor. The 4 of Cups in reverse with the 7 of Cups upright. So the energy of this Ancestor, it really feels, this is what's so odd about this, because this does not fit this. This feels like a very peaceful energy. This seems like it's very grounded, it's very in tune with, you know, the universal elements. It really feels like the way things work. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse, this is what throws me off, because it feels like this Ancestor was an Ancestor that definitely lived, or, you know, was very solitary with this Hermit card here. Very solitary. They passed on very wise pearls of wisdom, and it can definitely possibly be into the like the monetary end of things, right? I think this Ancestor is coming through because what you're facing right now, they had already been through, and they're trying to like teach and guide you, you know, to get out of it. So your Ancestor could have really had problems with like money, you know what I mean? Maybe they didn't tell you about it, you know, like, or maybe they wish they would have had more, you know, or they felt like they were lacking the pentacles or whatever it was. But this person felt like, even though what they lacked in material wealth, they had spiritual gain from it. You know what I mean? Like this person didn't feel necessarily like they were less than because they didn't have the monetary things that maybe, you know, their peers had. There was something about that they just didn't require it. It was something that they didn't need. It didn't validate them. This person, it definitely feels like they sought like spiritual wisdom and you know, archetype, things like that. The 4 of Cups in reverse is knowing where to put your emotions. This person, this Ancestor, feels like they were very wise. It's a very wise, it feels very like very grandmother, great grandmother, very, very wise. That they lived through some shit, it feels like, and then they have, you know, they're very sure of themselves and their emotions because they've learned so much in their trials and tribulations that there's something about monetary gain not being everything. So take that where it resonates. that like money will cloud your vision. You know, like maybe this ancestor was like a minimalist and thought like, you know, having a, you know, too much material gain, you know, made you a bad person or something. I don't know. Take that where it resonates. That's just the energy I get. It definitely feels like this person fed their spiritual soul versus then their bank account, like, and they were perfectly fine doing so. So let's go further. And what this ancestor, how they impacted your life. Let's get one wisdom oracle. Spirit, can you please tap me into group 2 and how their ancestor impacted their life? How did their ancestor impact their life? One wisdom oracle, please. How did they impact group 2's life? How did they impact to the sea? To let go. The why on the back. Can I please get 3 cards for Group 2's ancestor and how they impacted Group 2's life? 3 cards for how Group 2's ancestor impacted their life. 15, the Devil, with the Lovers in reverse and the 10 of Swords in reverse. How they impacted their life. Impacted your life. The Lovers in reverse can talk about making decisions, the right decisions. I feel like this person, your ancestor, lived a very spiritual life, very solitary life. Didn't go outside themselves to feel happiness, right? And I feel like you've seen that this ancestor like really went with the flow of things, like with that restoration, that hermit, right? But with the Devil here, that's all about feeling trapped. And this is how they impacted your life. So I think this person could have very well been a spiritual teacher to teach you maybe about the devil, this ancestor, you know what I mean? Like if they're really religious, they could have like, you know, put fear into you regarding the devil or educated you on the toxic things of the world, like the way, you know, the unhealthy patterns of the world, the way, you know, the way how much money is prized for, you know, above all else, and to not make the wrong decision, you know, because it will leave you 10 of Swords, right? Because it can do one of 2 things. It can liberate you, or it can be your demise. You know, so this is how this ancestor impacted your life, to make the right decisions. So that way you don't get 10 of Swords. And then you're not trapped by the devil. So, and to flow with spirit, something to that effect. But I think this person could have very well like beat into the notion of how like toxic people can be, you know, to choose the right lover. Because the wrong lover, if this were in the reverse, that lover would have put those swords in you. So it feels like they try to guide you on a spiritual level from their beliefs and stuff at the time. You know what I mean? The 7 of Wands to stand tall against that devil, to work hard against the devil. Like this person seems very spiritual, like very spiritual. Okay, so that's how they impacted you. I hope that made sense. Can I get one wisdom oracle on what their ancestor of Group 2 wants Group 2 to know? What does the ancestor of Group 2 want Group 2 to know, please and thank you? Truth be told. With peace on the reverse in the back. Okay, what does Group 2's ancestor want Group 2 to know? What does this ancestor want Group 2 to know? It's like they want you to walk the spiritual path too. Can I get 3 cards for what does Group 2's ancestor want Group 2 to know? 3 cards, please, Spirit. What does the ancestor of Group 2 want Group 2 to know? What do they want to know? The Wheel. 10 of Pentacles. One more, please. One more, please. For what does Group 2's ancestor want Group 2 to know? One more, please. Thank you, Spirit. The 7 of Swords. Okay. With the Prince of Pentacles in the reverse, or on the back. So truth be told, that's really about seeing beyond the veil, seeing things as really as what they are, This ancestor just doesn't want you to be disillusioned by the toxic, 3D matrix things. This ancestor really wants you to choose, what your soul is calling you to do. Because there's something about with that financial constraints and that Six of Swords cards that you're currently feeling yourself in. Your ancestor wants you to know that everything is turning. The wheel is constantly turning. So when one day you felt like you were on the fucking bottom, before you know it, it's your turn to be at the top. Like, your ancestor does not want you to lose faith in God. It really feels like that. So you don't resort to lying, cheating, sneaking, all these things. This ancestor, it feels like a very loving ancestor, masculine or feminine. It feels like a very feminine energy, but just take it where it resonates. I feel like this person definitely taught you something about the Bible, just about how the way evil works. I don't know. Take that shit where it resonates. This ancestor is like worried that because you feel like yourself in such an unconventional situation, just that you'd resort to low vibrational activities to make way for you. This ancestor really wants you to know that you are going to be back on the top of the wheel, but you got to have patience and work diligently towards it to achieve your 10 of Pentacles. Like, again, like, your ancestors trying to really come through. And I think it has to do with money too, because they came out as the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Because this person, your ancestor, felt, even though if they didn't have it much, they felt like they were the richest person on earth because they had that spiritual wisdom that's money can't buy, right? Your ancestors just really want you to stay true to yourself. There's just something that they're worried that you're going to go, especially with the devil here. Like, this ancestor seems very on the up and up, very on the up and up, very, very proper, old school, very old school, whatever that means to you. They just really want you to stay true to yourself and to work hard on what you're trying to achieve and to not cut corners, is what they say. Don't cut corners to try to get yourself out of these burdens. They want you to make the right decision, to stay true to you and your family dynamic. This ancestor wants you, like, definitely, they want you, they tell me they want you, like, married up. Like, they want you to hang your hat. There's something about you just, like, building your family legacy, you know what I mean? Like, hanging up the hat to stop the Seven of Swords shit. They're just worried that you're going to really compromise your future and the turn of the wheel that's for you. Because, the truth be told, it's your turn. It's your turn. They want you to know that you have to have faith in yourself. The truth be told, that the wheel's always turning and it's going to be your turn. But you can't give up on that. You can't be Seven of Swords. They're just really worried that you're going to backtrack. They really want you to take a page from their book. They say, and seeing evil, that's I don't know if they gave you a lesson on how to spot evil. I don't know what it is, but this ancestor impacted you to see toxic people, to make the right decision, because the wrong decision will leave you fucking hemmed up. This ancestor wants you to stay true to yourself, and the wheel will turn in your favor. They really want you settled down. They really want you settled down, building your family legacy. So they say so that way one day you can be in this read for your fucking line, right? That you need to focus on having, or something like that. Take it where it resonates. Okay, so let's go ahead and get you. Where do we go? Oh, we went with the Kips. We're doing one of the Kips. We're gonna see what the Kips have for you. So just rest assured that if you have money problems and you're finding yourself getting out of them, you feel like it's like fucking an uphill battle, in the snow at a fucking, 45-degree angle. You definitely feel like the world's against you, but you have a lot of gumption about you that I think your ancestor could very well be trying to spur it on for you, that unbeknownst to you even, This ancestor is very sweet, though. They wouldn't hurt a fly. They would not hurt a fly, this ancestor. They wouldn't dream of it. They have an inner peace that cannot be shook. Kippers for my group 2s. And is there any kippers that the group 2 needs to see for their greatest good? Let's see what kips come out for you. See what kips come out for you. All right, mature woman. Exactly. I felt like an older woman energy, right? Unexpected income, 27. Like, I think you have your ancestors really trying to help you and guide you. You always have what you need. You may not have what you want, but you always have what you need in their coffin. This ancestor has passed, obviously. It could be from an inheritance that you don't expect. Show me more, Spirit. Show me more. Show me more, please. Expectation. Show me more. Courthouse. 23. House and marriage, like a marriage with the house and the courthouse. Your ancestor is expecting you to fucking get married and settle down and build your house and go get married. There's occupation. I think you're definitely great fortune behind that. Like, your ancestor is a very loving, mature person who very had their morals, and I feel like they didn't sway easily. I think they're trying to let you know that they have passed on, obviously, with that coffin card. And with the expectation, it feels like you may have looked after them in their death. Like, look how this woman is looking over this coffin, right? And because maybe you had done that, maybe because you had, you know, earned a good karma, perhaps, right? By doing this, by being a caregiver in this mature woman's, you know, time of death. You will be rewarded by it, like in the ways that you can't even imagine. So your ancestor is definitely expecting it, but it feels like they're wanting you before you can get this money. It really feels like they're trying to make you settle down before you can even get all this wealth. This ancestor wants you settled down in the family way really fast, really, really fast. Privileged to a privileged lady. 1, 2, 3, marriage. Can't make that shit up. 1, 2, 3, 4, occupation. You could be dealing with a privileged lady that has a you know, a unique occupation. But anyway, this ancestor wants you married. They want you married. And I feel like it's going to be your good karma for what you had done for them. It feels like you looked after this person as they were passing, like a caregiver. So let's go ahead and get you an unconventional conversation with God. How funny. I love the way that those 3 cards popped out together. Like, fucking, like, that's the shit that makes me love tarot. Like, I literally just stated that, and that's literally what fucking came out. Like, onto a card. Look at 23 courthouse, card 20, I think marriage 3. 23, 23. Do you see that fucking synchronicity? They want you married. There's something about once you get married, you're gonna, like, I don't know. I don't want to speak too much, but just pick that word resonate. I'm kind of blown away a little bit, to be honest with you. I'm a little lost for words because that was it freaked me out. That freaks me out a little bit how strong that came through. How strong that came through. 1, please, 1. One unconventional conversation with God that our group 2 needs to hear. What do they need to hear? What do they need to hear, please? Thank you, Spirit. It's beautiful scenery right there. Masters are those who have chosen only love in every instance, in every moment, in every circumstance. Even when, as they were being killed, they loved their murderers. Even as they were being persecuted, they loved their oppressors. Like, Jesus vibes all the way. Like, this is a very religious ancestor here. That it's beautiful though. It's so old school, like, you know, because I'm from this time, right? So just feeling their energy and how they, like, you know, carried themselves this lifetime. It's just so cute. It's just proper and just so loving. And I feel like they gave you some really good advice on how the world works, you know, and like toxic karmic people and like the word evil ways, some shit like that. I don't know. Take it where it resonates, but they want you settled down. Very much so. You could have received an unexpected income from them that got you out of that constraints, you know, because you took care of them or something. I get that. Some archangel. Oh, wait a minute. We're totally jumping the gun here. We forgot to get tea leaves. Let's get some archangels and then we'll get you some tea leaves. Can I get some archangels for my group 2s? Thank you. One more. All right. Let's see what we got here. Oh. Comfort, Archangel Azrael. I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. Divine order, Archangel Raguel. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. Gifts from God, Archangel Sandalphon. We angels bring you gifts from your creator. Open your arms to receive. Like, oh, unexpected income, getting out of that final financial money things. Oh, gifts from God. Could be a person entering your life that you're just going to spend the rest of your days with. That person could be a gift from God. Handpicked by this ancestor up above. It could be. I mean, you never know. Why not, right? Anything's possible. All right. Let's get you some tea leaves, dear group number 2s. Let's get you some tea leaves. Let's get you some tea leaves. Let's get some tea leaves. Oh my. Okay. That was the first half of the tea leaves. Now let's get you the second half of the tea leaves. That was like the worst shuffle ever. That was like the worst shuffle ever. Alright, let's see what these have, what tea leaves have. Please forgive my crude shuffle of the tea leaves. I trust Spirit will pop what he needs out. Couple more. Okay, so these should be synchronistic for you. Marriage. Fuck. How funny. This ancestor is coming through heavy on the more traditional side of things that they want you to follow. They told you, they say that they've taught you better than that. Tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. Cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. Jug, light-hearted, carefree time. Chair empty, someone is leaving your life. Elephant, a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Handshake, a meeting with a stranger could be important. Teardrops, great personal sorrow. Lobster, financial pinch. Mountain, major challenge to overcome. Skull, hidden secrets can harm you. Goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. Marriage. Leg, stepping into a new experience. Weeping willow, family sorrow. Cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. Money path, a path with money is waiting for you to find it. Broom, new home, new attitude with your new spouse. She says, whoever this is for you. This is a very traditional, very sweet, very nurturing energy that definitely is strong in their conviction. You cannot change this person's mind if you, there's no way. This person feels they're very old school and they grew up in the old school way and they try to teach you the old school way, and it's cute as hell. All right, that's what I have for you, my dear group number 2s. I hope this helped you in some shape or form. Your ancestor doesn't want you to do any sneaky shit, and they just want you shacked up quick like. All right, so that's what I have for you. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon. Bye. Oh, if this helped you, oh my gosh, if it's helped you, throw me a thumbs up. If you feel so called, subscribe so we can connect on further readings. Talk to you later. Bye. Hello, group 3s. If you chose the Tarot Classic with the Healer's Gold, welcome to your read. So I hope we have a message from your ancestors that will serve you for your greatest good. So we're going to be asking a message from your ancestor. And I don't really have, it's kind of open book on what comes through. So this is the way the read is going to lay out. the first read I always do, your current energy. I need to learn to move that right along and not feed too much into it, because I channel, I think, too much off the current energy. But, you know, it is what it is. Your current energy, then your ancestors' energy, and then how they impacted your life, and then what they want you to know for you know, what they want you to know for your greatest good. Whatever comes through, comes through. Again, I have no idea. We're not going to really, you know, ask too much specifics on me. You know, we're just going to let your ancestor come through for you, my dear group threes, okay? I don't want to control the read in any which way. I want it to just free flow, okay? That's my goal, as I just want to read. All right, so we're going to call upon our precious, most beloved to our hearts, Archangel Michael, to protect myself and group one as we go to the highest white light for spiritual guidance, please and thank you. And then we're going to be asking a message from our group three's ancestor that wants to come through for group three on what they need group three to know. So we'll see how this resonates for you, okay? All right, so group three, please, Spirit, can you please cut me into the collective of group three and their current energy? What's group three's current energy, please and thank you? Group three's current energy. Contract. Financial constraints in reverse on the back. Contract. Definitely feeling bound. Let's see where this goes, because this can be positive or this can be negative. We all have, you know, soul contracts that we need to complete. That probably come with a price. So I don't want to speak too much on this contract because this person is blindfolded here. So we're going to find out what's going on. Group three, what is your current energy to go with this contract? What is this energy with contract? Please and thank you, Spirit. 3 cards for group three's current energy. Group three, 3 cards. Thank you, Spirit. That is the 9 of Pentacles. Yes. 2 more, please, with the Chariot. And then 1 more, please, for group 3, current energy, with the Page of Cups in reverse. You might feel bound to someone, group 3, but with the 7 of Wands, I think more or less it's in your head. Please don't be offended by that. The reasons I say this, because right here, this screams to me someone who is out of a contract. This says to me that someone who is a free thinker on their own and they have nothing holding them back. With the 9 of Pentacles and the upright, that is all about being stable, solid. Like, you know what I mean? You are a single solitary energy and you're happy being so, like, you are, that's like, the epitome of personal strength is this 9 of Pentacles. The Chariot, fast forward movement, positive forward movement. The Page of Cups is about being guarded, guarding yourself through, maybe possibly from, you know, somebody that you feel bound to over here that you're guarding yourself from. So that's the current energy. Take it where it resonates. With the 7 of Swords on the back, that could definitely, I don't know if I read that as Wands earlier. Please forgive me, whatever I fucking said earlier. And if I repeat, then that's great. 7 of Swords, that's someone who lies, cheats, steals, all this shit. So I feel like this is something that someone, a 7 of Swords person, I hate when I stammer, pushed you into this blocked, you know, your heart being blocked. But you feel so strong. Like, I don't feel like it's, I think it's like, it's being, you're stronger than what you're facing. Let's just put it that way. Let's put it that way. That feels right. That feels right. I feel like you're worrying over fucking nothing. So let's go further. So that's your current energy. Take it where it resonates. You feel very strong, stable, and blocked off from the emotional world. Things are moving forward, but you still feel bound to somebody. Can I please get one? This is the energy of your ancestor, group 3. What is the energy of the ancestor of group 3? And group 3's ancestor, their energy, please. Can I get one energy oracle for the ancestor of group 3 that's coming through? Please and thank you. What is group 3's ancestor? Whoa. Angel of Strength with the Archangel Chakra, Uriel on the back in reverse. All right. I don't know how to take the second chakra in reverse with the Angel of Strength. Okay, this is your ancestor's energy, so let's make it 3 cards for group 3's ancestor. The High Priestess. That's a very spiritual 2 more for group 3's ancestor, please. Group 3's ancestor. Star in reverse. Another one for group 3's ancestor energy. Group 3's ancestors energy, please. Group 3's ancestor and their energy. One more, please. With the imprints in reverse. On the back, the 10 of Cups. Okay, so I feel like your ancestor, it definitely feels like they were and they lived in a time period where like women were very oppressed, like very, very oppressed. I feel like this your ancestor, it definitely feels feminine here with the Empress, the Star, the High Priestess. You have this angel strength, and then Uriel. This is very feminine, dominant here of this ancestor. This ancestor feels like it's very headstrong, and it didn't fit for the times. Like for when this ancestor lived, it feels like they had a very loud mouth in a time where women weren't supposed to, right? I feel that your ancestor definitely feel oppressed here with this Empress in reverse. Like they didn't get to shine like they should have. Like they by all rights should have, just because of the time period in which they lived. Like things were just different, you know what I mean? So take it where it resonates, but I feel like they either lived in an area in the world or a time in the, you know, it's whatever, where women didn't have the same rights as men. And this bothered your ancestor. Very much bothered your ancestor that women were treated subservient to men, because your ancestor was very much, very, like I say, gifted with spirit. I think that your ancestor definitely was gifted with spirit, and I don't know if it was in a time that it was well received or acknowledged or appreciated, but your ancestor is very strong, and it really pissed them off that they had to live in a time period where they couldn't be their true selves. Like this High Priestess definitely feels like they practiced their spirituality in the dark, with that Star in reverse here. Like they definitely had to hide whatever rituals, whatever practices this ancestor did, because they were not allowed with that Empress in reverse. It's just, I don't know why it feels that way. I can only tell you how I intuitively pick up on this card, is that this ancestor could not be, they couldn't be their true selves, and it really fucking it was shitty. It was shitty. It bothered them, because they were so strong. They were strong in spirit, and I feel like they definitely were there to help heal people, you know, in their general vicinity. Like that was like their calling, like the 10 of Cups. Like they were meant to heal people, but I don't feel like they could have. I feel like it was a time and time and space. I don't know, that sounds so fucking weird, but the time in which they lived, they weren't able to, and it was like their soul calling. So they just had like this, it feels like they had this nag to do it anyway, even though it was like, you know, they could have been declared a witch, you know what I mean? Like that's the times I'm feeling. But because they had to block their spirituality, they had to block their spiritual gifts, it almost feels like they resent in the times in which they lived, because it blocked them from reaching their full potential. Like they are tapped into the divine. Like this person was very psychic. They were meant to heal the collective, but they were in a place of oppression. Their soul calling was to heal and to be a high priestess. Definitely spiritual, very tapped in with the divine, very psychic. And they had to have a lot of strength in their lifetime to be able to even, I feel, to survive in the time in which they lived. And it sucks. It really sucks. Wow, that's deep. Wow. All right, let's go further. So that's the energy. This definitely feels very old. I don't even know if this person, if you had even met them, because it feels that old. It definitely feels not ancient. That's a bit extreme, but it definitely feels old. I wouldn't be surprised if you hadn't met this ancestor, but you carry something from this ancestor that they're looking over for you. That's what it really feels like, to be honest with you. I feel like you may even have a contract with this ancestor to carry on their work. So just take that where it resonates. So, yeah. I don't think you would have met them. I don't even think this goes beyond your your generation. I think this is down your line somewhere. Wow, it's really special though. It's very, very special. And now, how are they impacting? How is Group 3's ancestor impacting Group 3's life, or how did they impact Group 3's life? Because even if you haven't met this ancestor, they could have been in the backgrounds, like when you didn't even know it. Can I get one wisdom oracle? Why? The why. Chop wood, hard work. I think this ancestor is definitely guiding you on the regular. I really feel. Can I please get 3 cards for Group 3's ancestor and how they impacted Group 3's life? How did Group 3's ancestor impact Group 3's life? How did they impact it? The Lovers in reverse. 2 more, please, for Group 3 and how they impacted Group 3's life. How did Group 3's ancestor impact Group 3's life? The Tower. It's crossed, but I really feel like it's upright. Can I please get one more? One more. Strength in reverse. And how they impacted your life with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so I feel like this ancestor, I believe they are down the family line. I truly feel like you have traits, inherent traits that you contracted your soul in your soul contract. You received these inherent traits about yourself. It feels like they came here from this ancestor. Your spiritual gifts, anything that you know that is unconventional, to say the least, to the conventional world, right? I believe you got those traits from your ancestor for very divine reason. I feel that your ancestor has definitely led you down many rabbit holes onto the why, on discovering things about yourself, learning about yourself. Like it's this ancestor, again, I do not feel like you've ever met in the physical 3D realm, but I believe you definitely have a soul contract with this ancestor to carry on their legacy, their work in which they couldn't do. So it's just really beautiful in that regard. Like, they impacted your life to have to make hard decisions, the right decisions, the wrong decisions. Like, I feel like you got held to a line, and you were tested in life harsher than the average bear. Because I think that you were, again, if you're carrying on this ancestor's energy, you had to. It's almost like training is what they say. Like, you had to go through training to know if you could handle the gifts in which you are rightfully inherited and to wake up to. You know what I mean? Like, to make the right decisions for you. Because when you make the wrong decision, I feel like whenever you make the wrong decision in this 3D, it's your ancestor that comes in that nags at you to find out the why, to shake something up, to just not let, to like, oh, I fucked up, I made the wrong decision, but to find out why, to dig deeper on it, to really introspect on things, because they want you to live your authentic self. Like, towers will happen until all your ego stripped clean and you can walk in your authentic self. When things, fucking tumble, when you choose wrong lovers in your life, they will be taken out of your life for your greatest good, right? Because they would have hindered your strength, right? Maybe they would have made you codependent and they had to go. You know what I mean? So this spirit guide definitely, I feel, is with you very closely, and is to carry on something in regards to their work where they couldn't do it, where they were oppressed at a certain time, and they were born before their time, is what they say, right? And it was very frustrating because their soul knew on such a strong level what they were meant to do, but at the same time that they were in a period of where women were definitely not respected, not treated the same. And she had great works to do. And it was just like, she says, a waste. It was a waste. It was a waste. It was the most frustrating life experience, she said. And it kept her blocked from the divine. Like, man blocked her from the divine. Like, she was going to be like, she's super psychic. And I think you inherited those super psychic traits. And again, I don't even think you've met, but I know on a soul level, in the 5D, you guys are like this. Like, this ancestor is with you. All right, so what do they want you to know? Can I get one wisdom oracle on what this ancestor wants you to know? All right, group 3. All that glitters is not gold. Chopwood still on the back. Okay. So 3 cards for what group 3's ancestor wants group 3 to know. What does their ancestor want them to know? Seven of Swords. Oh, underneath that, Lovers in reverse. 2 more, please. Ace of Wands. 1 more, please. 1 more, please. Oh, with the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. The King of Pentacles behind that. Okay, so group 3, this ancestor wants you to know there could definitely be a lover in your life, right? Someone that you could also very well have a contract with, right? And they could have been here for XY reasons, right? For your spiritual growth, whatever it is. This ancestor just does not want you to stray off your path, because I feel like you possibly let people into your life that fool you, essentially. And if you just scratch the surface, just take your key and scratch that surface, and you're going to see right away that it's lead, or, you know, that it's fucking not what you thought it was, right? It's very sneaky. There's just something to that regard that your ancestor just wants you off your path. I feel like you're supposed to take over their work. Definitely with that with this Ace of Wands here, like, that's divine inspiration. You could very well be getting downloads from this ancestor and all your spirit team for your soul mission on what you're supposed to do, and they just don't want you caught up in the side, you know, bullshit of the river, you know, like all the muck and gunk and all that shit, like all the low vibrational people in your life. Just be out guard for that. Like, there's just something about the 7 of Swords they won't want to bring in, you know, that people don't always have the best of intentions, and it's really hard to not trust everyone, you know, just blindly. But this ancestor she's scared that you're going to choose the wrong lover to take you off of your path, and they're going to mistreat you. But, you know, either way, if that does happen, I feel like this ancestor, amongst other spirit teams and guides, will take that fucking what that was not meant for you out of your life quicker than shit. I really feel like, with no fucks given, you know what I mean? Like, you know, if she made another wrong decision, all right, let's, you know, knock that out so we can build stronger on top. Because you have mission, you have divine spark in you. There is something that you have to carry on from this ancestor this lifetime, because you are now in a place to do so. Where they weren't, you do. You now carry the torch from this ancestor, right? The Ace of Wands. It's your turn to carry it, and you have to come into balance of it. It seems like it's like big shoes to fill. Like, you almost feel like you're a little, you know, worried that you won't be able to match up to your ancestor, but they know you are the made of the same material they are. Like, they're just ready for you to do the damn thing already. So take it where it resonates, that they're definitely here. Again, I don't feel that this is an ancestor that you met this lifetime. It feels like they are generations ago in your family line that carry spiritual gifts, and you had a contract to inherit these spiritual gifts and take the torch, and you need to come into balance with it and start building your legacy with that King of Pentacles, like really taking it serious, you know what I mean? Like, maybe developing a spiritually based practice in whatever you do for your work, and it'll bring you great success there, you know what I mean? The 2 of Wands, but you have to make the decision to travel towards it, and you can't waver. You got to make decisions. So 10 of Cups again, like, this will be your wish fulfillment. So you're so gifted, and you will have all the tools you need for success, but you have to trust yourself and trust your abilities and your gifts, in which you feel you were born with. Like, this was in your contract to be born with these gifts. So that was super deep, group 3. Like, wow. Your ancestor is rooting for you. This is the opportunity that they never got, but they helped pave the way. So it's not like they were there for nothing. They had it the hardest. Like, they were the guerrilla jungle fighters that had to pave that jungle way. You know what I mean? Like, we thank our ancestors for paving our way, especially the witches before us that got burned for, you know, making a fucking thing of tea or something. You know, like bootsy ass shit like that. Like, your ancestor is very tapped into the divine, very gifted, and you have her gifts by divine structure. Can I please get some Kipper, please, for my group 3s? What does the Kipper have for group 3? Toil and labor. To work hard at yourself. I feel like this is and that's card number 38, and that breaks down to 11. Yeah. Adjudication. They could have very well been judged. I feel like they were judged by their others for doing their craft, for toiling and laboring, for following their pathway. Oh, shit. I just totally knocked that. Whoops. Whoops. Get that. Welcome back to center. I got all excited there. Yeah, they got judged for following their path, for their craft. And it was screwed. Can I get some more, please? 38, 30, 35. This ancestor could have really had some troubles in their 30s when they were just starting out. That's like where it really imprinted on them, when they knew they couldn't follow their soul mission. Like something to that regard. They found out in their 30s that that they had to give up. Can I get some more? Is that all we have? Is that it? Is that all the gift? Again, gift. You have the gift. You have the gift. That's all they want to say. Well, you have the gift, so you need to take the torch now and walk the path. All right? You have to answer the call to spirit. You need to work on your craft. You need to go and ask your family about, you know, the women of the generations past. I'm telling you, this ancestor, you didn't meet them. They're not from this time. I do not believe that they even lived in, I won't even want to say like the 19th century. It feels very older than that. Like I would definitely look into like, oh gosh, greats. Like there's something there that this ancestor couldn't do what they needed to. You're born with those gifts now, and now you have to walk the path and toil and labor and do what this ancestor needed you to. Oh, wow, that's deep. All right, let's get you one. Oops, I forgot to shuffle. Let's get you an unconventional conversation with God. And you know what's so funny is this is the only group that the coffin card didn't come out. So to me, that's very synchronistic. This person didn't live or die in the time that you lived. This is old. This is old. This is old. This is old contract that you have here, that you guys have lived previous lifetimes with. Like, this seems established, very established. Okay. Let's see here. Can I get one unconventional conversation, please? Can I get one unconventional conversation? Do not forsake me when you need me most. Now is the hour of your greatest testing. Now is the time of your greatest chance. Like, for real, like, I think that you're going to have such high honor in the gifts that you were born with, but you will be tested to see if that you can handle it, that, you know, whatever that means for you. You know what I mean? So do not forsake me when you need me most. Now is the hour of your greatest testing. Now is the time of your greatest chance. As you prove to the universe that, you know, I can do this, you're going to be tested to see if you really can, if you've really deserved it, if you really can spot out Seven of Swords people who are fake as shit. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to be tested in that regard, right? Because you have purpose, and there's something about you being tested regarding fake-ass people that you got to prove yourself against, or to know that you know the difference, or some shit like that, right? All right. Take that where it resonates. So let's get you some tea leaves. You got these in two different stacks because they're just too big altogether. There's 200 tea leaves in the whole thing. So that's how I can manage it better. But I'm going to get a grip of tea leaves, so there'll be something should resonate for you. Something should resonate for you. Tea leaves for group 3, please, Spirit. What does the group 3 need to see for their tea leaves? Let me see. Tea leaves. Tea leaves. Okay. There is first half of the tea leaves. Now on to the second half of the tea leaves. Ooh, that was a good shuffle, Spirit. Oh, I love it when I get good, solid shuffles like that. And when I get shitty shuffles like that. All right, let's see here. Let's get you some tea leaves. Whoop. Okay. That's all the tea leaves we can handle. All right, let me pick up all this shit up off the floor here. Give me a second, my dear collectives. Oh my goodness. Tea leaves came alive. Okay, making sure there's nothing hidden underneath my table here. All right, so let's go ahead and collect up the tea leaves. All of these will not resonate with you. I mean, odds are. If they do, then damn, I'm spot fucking on. But just take the ones that resonate, because there could be symbols, something that could be synchronistic for you. So just take what resonates. Dolphin, financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. Again, this is your ancestor helping you with the gifts, the family gifts. August, horseshoe, good luck. Box, you will receive a gift. Tiger, doing something risky, taking a chance. This could definitely be out of your comfort zone. You could be totally like thinking I'm full of shit right now, that you couldn't possibly, this couldn't possibly be for you, but it is. Happiness. Teardrops, a great personal sorrow. I feel like that's at 7 of Swords, and seeing people who are fucking fake as shit. Scales, keep your life in balance. Rat, someone working against you behind your back. Camel, persevere and you will overcome your problems. Rooster, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. Bow, you are highly thought of. Bag, something important such as a new job or a raise. Spear, heartache over what you no longer have. Younger man, dealings or relationship with a younger man. Fire, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. Haystack, karma, you will reap what you have sown. January, mice, discord among friends or family. Oh, you had rat and mice and just rodents and just that 7 of Swords, just the low vibrational people. Just be aware of those. That's all I can really tell you. And I think you'll be fine. That's what you're going to be tested against. So all your tests, I think, are going to be around shady people, because I think you're going to come into some amazing abundance with your gifts. And you have to know not to give to the wrong people. You know, like Spirit doesn't want certain people to benefit off your blessings, because you are going to be blessed. Make no mistake. I feel like you will definitely be set in the money end of things, just for being dutiful to what your ancestor needs you to do for the collective, right? For what you came here to do. So, yeah. Yeah. The High Priestess, too, is also an energy that was possibly like a nun, like where it was never married, and they were forced to marry because they weren't allowed to be High Priestess, right? Just very strong energy. Can I get 3 cards, please, for my group 3s and the angels, archangels for group 3? What do you need to tell group 3? What do you need to tell group 3? Ooh, that was plenty. That was plenty. On the back, comfort, Archangel Azrael. I am with you in the time of your need, helping your heart to heal. This card came out on all 3 piles and it's on the back of yours, so I felt so called to read it, because Azrael obviously wants to get that message out to the collective, to call on him if you need help. Peace, Archangel Shamuel. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. At the end of the day, that's the only thing that matters. Counselor, Archangel Azrael. You are a natural counselor and many people benefit from your guidance and assurance. Like, that's that high priest that you're supposed to carry on, like to help heal people, right? But by maybe unconventional methods. Spiritual understanding, Archangel Raziel. I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truth. Like, to wake up to your soul gifts. Relationship harmony, Archangel Raguel. We angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. Clear your space, Archangel Jophiel. Get rid of clutter, clear the energy around you, and use feng shui. So take those where it resonates. But yeah, this ancestor needs you to carry the torch, essentially. Like, so they're calling on you. Like, it's time now. You know, you're going to be faced with some tests. Just call upon your ancestor here. You know, even until you know their name, call them, you know, my high priestess ancestor, or whatever it is for you that makes, you know, because if you don't know their name, what else are you going to do? But you need to call on them because they're here for you. It truly feels like your soul knows them already. Like, you guys have been around the fucking block a time or two and different dynamics and different things of that nature. Yeah, y'all have this fucking scheduled. So just trust yourself, and I feel like just get ready for the spiritual gifts that you have or are going to learn or open up to or enhance or something. It definitely feels like you're unaware of them. It definitely feels like you have no idea how strong a psychic you are going to be, because your ancestor is they're an alchemist. They were someone that should have been feared then. If they were alive now, man, they would run the roost. This ancestor's like, damn, I only wish I could have lived in the time where women had a voice. You know what I mean? She's like, shit would have been a lot different. But either way, they're here guiding you so that way they can make sure you have a go at it in your lineage. All right, and clear the karmas and the past bullshits and all that shit, and stand true into yourself and be proud to be different and to be spiritual and own it. Own it, group number 3. There's nothing to be ashamed about. Own it. You are so strong, and it's because this ancestor needs you to be. All right, I hope this helped you. Throw my thumbs up if it did. If you feel so called, subscribe, and I will holla at you next time. Bye.